welcome back to my channel. My name is Angel. So if this is your first time tuning into my channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so you can become a part of the gang and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any more of my uploads. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this bridal makeup look using all products from the drugstore. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Take 3. You know what? Just go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up before we even jump into it. You guys, this is my 3rd time filming this video. So let's just give me a round of applause for my efforts, sis. So for eyeshadow, I am going to be using this Makeup Revolution palette. This one is their Reloaded palette, and this one's in the shade, well, in the palette Velvet Rose. This palette has said to be here on YouTube to be a dupe for the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I personally don't have the Soft Glam palette because a lot of people have been saying this is a dupe. So $42 or $7. I'll take 7, sis. So the first shade we're going to be jumping into is this beautiful brown shade right here. And I'm really making sure to focus this color right in this area in the inner corner of my eye. And I'm doing that because I want my eyes to be really defined and almost look like I have deep set eyes. So that's just a quick little tip. If you don't have naturally deep set eyes, you can definitely apply more eyeshadow in this area right here. So now that we have that first shade down, I'm going to take this brick red shade right here. And I'm going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to put this in my transition area as well as in my inner corner area. So now I'm just going in with this even darker red brick shade, and I'm just going to focus this color like on my outer corner area and in my like outer V area. And I'm taking a new brush. This is the Morphe M330. I love this one because this is a good brush for packing and blending. And you guys can see I'm packing in that color and just focusing it right in that area. And now that I have it where I want it, I'm just going to go ahead and further blend it out. And now I'm just taking a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend out everything that we've done so far to make sure there are no harsh lines and to make sure everything is just seamlessly blended. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut my crease, and to do that I am using this Wet n Wild concealer, their Photo Focus concealer in the shade Light and Medium Beige. So now that we have the crease cut, I'm going back in with this brick red shade right here, and I'm just going to be applying that to that outer corner area just to help deepen things up and to better blend this eyeshadow look. So now I'm just going to take this flat brush and I'm going to apply this beautiful champagne color right here. I'm just going to apply that right on top of the concealer where we cut the crease. Ask Gigi, take it to Gigi and tell her to help you. And by the way, you guys, when it comes to doing my cut crease, sometimes I don't set with powder with my airspun, and sometimes I do. It really just depends on the eyeshadow, the formula, and the finish of the eyeshadow. So now I'm just going back in with that darker shade again, and I'm just going to make sure those colors, the gold and this cranberry, color are blended in together. So the eyes are pretty much almost finished. So I'm just going to take some of the Jordana Fabuliner. This is in the shade Black. And I'm just going to line my eyelid. I'm not going to do a wing liner or anything. I'm just going to do this because it's going to help deepen up this eye look. And it's also going to help the lashes to better blend with the eyeshadow look. So I pretty much just did a really small and thin line. So for my lashes, I'm going to be rocking these Aliexpress lashes. And these are the E13 lashes. They are mink lashes. I'm actually going to be using these lashes on my sister for her bridal makeup. She's a newbie to lashes in general. And that will be her first time rocking mink lashes. So I think these E13s are some really good beginner lashes, especially if you're trying to get into the whole mink lash situation, sis. So now that my lashes are on, we're going to go ahead and move on to the face. So I'm going to be using this Covergirl True Blend Base Business Primer, and this is the pore minimizing one. When doing your bridal makeup, you want to make sure you use a really good primer that focuses on the needs of your skin or your client's skin. You really want to take the time to make sure you do some really good skincare that day or the day before. Maybe a face mask, a face scrub, and definitely don't try anything new, sis. Like, stick to what you know. And even for your bridal makeup, stick to things that you know about, because you don't want to cause any breakouts or any acne or anything. So now that that primer has had some time to set, I'm just going to go ahead and apply my foundation. And my foundation I'm using is the Loreal Infallible Freshwear foundation. I love this stuff, and if you have been watching my channel, you already know how much I love this stuff. I love the way this foundation is not super matte, and then again, it's not like satin or it's not dewy or anything. It's just the perfect natural finish foundation. Even if you set it with the powder, it's still really nice. Like, it still doesn't get super matte, especially once your natural oils start coming through. Another good drugstore foundation I would have to recommend would be Maybelline Fit Me and also Maybelline Superstay. Those are two foundations that I use in my makeup kit as well, and I've used both for bridal looks and bridal parties. They both turn out looking absolutely gorgeous in pictures. And you want to make sure, be careful on the SPF, you guys. If your wedding is outside, you'll be fine, but inside wedding, be careful with too much SPF in the foundation, because you don't want to get flashback, and you don't want your pictures to come back looking shitty, sis. So definitely know what you're doing when it comes to this foundation. But this foundation actually does have SPF in it, but honestly, you guys, I don't have problems with SPF in my foundation. I honestly wear this foundation when I go out to parties. I take pictures and I still look flawless. And you want to make sure you're blending down in this area. You won't want to turn from different angles and you looking crazy. You know, even though your foundation should be matching, just in case. Not too low, not all down here, sis. Just right there is good enough. And then for concealer, I'm using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This is a must-have concealer, you guys, for me, from the drugstore. As you guys can tell in this video, I am using products that I know do my skin really good and that I know are going to hold me down. My makeup is going to last. It's not going to cake up. It's not going to crease or any of that shenanigans. Like, I'm using makeup that I have tried, tested, I already know about. So this concealer is also a really good coverage concealer. And by the way, you guys, I do not use my beauty blenders wet anymore. I just feel like it takes away from the coverage. It takes away from the product. Like the sponge soaks up so much water. Like I just find that my makeup looks so much better when I choose not to damp or wet my beauty sponge. Once I have that all blended out, I am going to take my black Opal setting powder. I love this setting powder, you guys. I feel like it gives a really nice satin finish. And when I say satin, not dewy or anything like that, it just doesn't make the makeup look super flat and super matte like my Maybelline powder does. But I really do like this for when I'm going for a more natural finish or a more natural look. And I actually use this on my clients when I do their makeup because I feel like it fits all different skin types, like whether my clients have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin. Like, you know, I feel like this really does the job and not making makeup, the makeup application look too cakey. And then I'm taking some of my L'Oreal Infallible powder in Cocoa, and I'm going to go ahead and chisel out my nose. And I always like to take my sponge and just go over that nose contour because I don't like it to be too harsh, but I definitely want my nose to be snatched and chiseled. And to go ahead and set the rest of my face, I'm just using some of my black Radiance Soft Focus powder. To go ahead and bronze up my face a little bit, I'm going to be using this Milani pressed powder in Earth Glow. And you don't want to go too crazy with the contour or bronzer because you don't want to be looking like too crazy. And I cannot stand the whole sharp contour thing where they put the powder on. Like, no, don't do that, sis. If you want to look natural, that's a no-go. And you guys, I really don't contour, as you guys can see. I really just use bronzer. And I love bronzer because it adds so much warmness to the face. I feel like contour can come off a little bit super harsh. And bronzer is a lot more forgiving than contour. So for blush, I'm just using this e.l.f. blush palette. And this one's in the shade Dark. And I'm going to be mixing these two shades right here. And then moving on to highlighter, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild highlighter. This is actually a loose highlighter, and this one's in the shade Hustle and Glow. I'm just going over the highlighter with my sponge just to make sure everything is nice and blended. I got makeup on my white shirt. So I'm just going to take some highlighter right here. I know it's looking crazy. I know like I'm using a whole lot. But this is going to help further glow up the body. You can use whatever you want. You can use Huda. You can use Fenty. I personally haven't tried those because I don't want anything sticky on my body. I just want some glow, sis. That's all I need is some glow. So I can even do this trick when I go out, like to parties and stuff, you guys, and it works every time. I just use a regular highlighter and call it a day. So I'm just going to go in, since we're finished using this beauty blender, and I'm going to just blend it out. So I'm blending it out on my collarbone and also on my shoulders, and this just really going to help your skin look super glowy. Like, this is the trick, sis. Like, you want to be glowy, honey? Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Like, this is the trick. You can use products that you have at home. And that's why it's so important to take care of your skin, you guys, because it would not look this flawless if this area right here was not clear. So yes, it's a glow party. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that same liner and fill in my mole. And then I'm going to take the butt of this sponge, because I forgot we do need it again. I'm just going to take some of this Wet n Wild eyeliner. It's the brown one. I don't know what shade it is. Everything is rubbed off. It's just called Sema Brown. And I'm just going to line my eyes with this. Fun fact, just in case this is your first video, I am not a fan of liners on my waterline. And if I do use it, I'll use eyeshadow, or I'll use like a white liner or a brown liner. But as far as anything darker than brown, I just do not do, because I feel like my eyes are already super small. So I feel like if I put too much dark product on my waterline, then my eyes are just gonna just completely close up, sis. If your client, or if you have smaller eyelids, I would personally go in with a white or like a nude eyeliner, and then I will go on top with just some mascara. That's going to help open up the eyes a little bit. But because I want the eyes to be really defined and really sexy and sultry, sis, I am going to go ahead and apply some black eyeshadow. And I love this brush, if I can find it. I always do this trick on my clients because I feel like it really helps to set that eyeliner. Especially if it's, you know, not a really good liner. It's really going to help set it so it won't smudge or anything like that throughout the day. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Like, I am shook. I never put black liner on my bottom lashes, but this is absolutely gorgeous, you guys. I feel like it really did define my eyes, and it gave me that look that I was wanting. So thumbs up for this black eyeliner. Like, I was sleeping on black eyeliner. I'm gonna have to start trying this, because this is gorgeous, especially for this look. Now I'm just gonna go in with some of my Maybelline Big Shot mascara. This is just personally my favorite drugstore mascara, one of my favorites. I also like Falsies. You can use whatever mascara works for you. I do recommend that you do pick up a waterproof mascara, whether you use it on yourself or your client, like, because, you know, sis, the tears of joy are going to be flowing. So you definitely want to choose some products that are not going to have you or your bride looking crazy. And the mascara just put the cherry on top. Gorgeous. I didn't do too much because I do have that eyeliner. I just applied a little mascara on my bottom lashes. I do want to go ahead and apply, make sure that highlighter is really blended in, because when they open those doors, you want everybody to be like, damn. You want them to see you all the way from the back, honey, the back of the altar, like all the way in the back. Because when they open those doors, you want everybody to be like, damn. You want them to see you all the way from the back, honey, the back of the altar, like all the way in the back. You know what I'm saying? It's your day. You need to shine. You need to be glowing. Like, you need to be looking gorgeous. And if you have oily skin, I personally wouldn't apply too much highlighter or go crazy with it, especially on the face. Now, the body is fine, but on the face, if you start to sweat and cry and all of that, like, you don't want to put too much highlighter on. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this Bliss Tech, just a little bit on my lips, because you do not want any dry, crusty lips on your wedding day. So I just put just a little bit. And before we move on to the lips, I'm going to go ahead and take some of the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is not a dewy or matte setting spray. It's just going to help stop your makeup from creasing. It's going to help it last and from settling into lines. So we're going to spray our face real quick. So for lip liner, I'm using this NYX lip liner in Club Hopper. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Mega Lash lipstick in the shade Never Nude. I wanted a more nude lip, but for some reason these Wet n Wild lipsticks seem to be a little bit more peachy and pinky anyway. But it's fine, we'll make it work. So right on top of that, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Peach Bellini. So unfortunately, with everything that's going on in the world, I am aware that some people's weddings have been canceled. So hopefully this video can bring some light to your day and it can give you some inspiration for your special day when that day does come. So this is just a video on a bridal makeup look using some affordable products, especially if you're on a budget or you can't really afford to do your get your makeup done or use high-end products. I feel like this is a really great makeup look for your wedding day. So congratulations, girl. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed this makeup look, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. And that's pretty much it. Remember to be blessed and follow your dreams, and I will see you guys in my next video.